What's up, Taurus? Welcome to my channel, the Intuitive Teacup. So happy to have all my Taurus friends, the bulls in the house, the bulls in the teacup, like a bull in a china shop. That just came to mind. All right, guys, welcome. We are going to do your career and finances tarot spread. This is going to be for the second half of November into the middle of December. It's almost 2020. Oh my goodness, that is insane. I hope this video finds you well, guys. As always, with these general messages on YouTube, they are general. Not everything I say will resonate with all the Tauruses out there, so I welcome you to come into this with an open heart and an open mind, but ultimately it is up to you, Taurus, to discern the messages that are meant for you. Use your own internal guidance system, your intuition, your emotions, to pick apart the messages that resonate with you, that speak to you, and to release and push aside the rest. If something doesn't resonate or fit your circumstance or scenario, it's probably not your message. It's probably meant for someone else, right? That being said, sometimes messages will resonate for you later down the line in a few days, weeks, even months. So if that's the case, if something comes back up and clicks for you in your head, it's probably your message. Take it and run with it. These are meant to be fun. Most importantly, these are meant to give you motivation, empowerment, to inspire you. That is what I want to do here today. So yeah, everything you want to know will be in the description box below, including the decks I'm using here today, as well as my social media channels. Ooh, you got poppers. I'm the Intuitive Teacup on Facebook and Instagram. We'll take one more. Check that out if you're interested. Like, share, subscribe where you can, guys. I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers, which is insane. Like, I started this channel in April, so whatever you can do to help me, like, share, subscribe, pass along to your friends, that would be amazing. And it's good karma, right? All right, let's hop in for my Taurus gang and careers and finances. Love this. Oh my goodness. And this. Oh my goodness. And this. Okay, I'm going to stop there because then it gets weird, but for those looking for love, I don't know why this is coming through. Partnership in love. So this is the Two of Cups, a solid pairing, like love floweth between both cups. Is floweth a word? I just said that. You have the soulmate card, the Four of Fire, the Four of Wands. It could be a solid foundation, a solid partnership. It could be a business partnership. And then you have the freaking Ten of Earth, the Ten of Pentacles, the highest Pentacles card you can get in the deck. Pentacles representing money, the home, finances, career, your health, your body. Things that tangible goods, items, right? Holy cannoli, I really like this. Whatever that is for you, Taurus, let's find out more. But this feels like love, honestly. This feels like new love. Yeah, I mean, it could be a reconciliation, but I'll be honest, I don't get that vibe at all. This would be someone new, potentially a Cancer or an Aries, or another Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So let's see if we find out anything more about that. But you know what this does? This helps heal an old wound from, okay, for those who are still suffering or trying to get over an ex, or not even an ex, it could be that, but a difficult situation, something that broke your heart or shook you to the core, something where you felt stabbed in the back, being, I don't know, fired from a job, your family disowning you, fill in the blank, something that really, really took a toll on you. This comes in almost as like a guardian angel, as like a savior, something that it like, almost like an angel, it like wraps you in its wing and it heals your wounds. It's a person. I want to be clear on that. And it might be an opportunity this person offers you. It could be in your career and your job, but if that's the case, this would be like you meeting that person and them ushering you into that new job or that new workspace, that new career, that it's like you were destined to do it. It was like your soulmate job or career, something that you have all the skills and talents that right there, that they already exist within you. This is like putting the action and the effort forward to like, it's like to bring those skills to the forefront. This is sometimes the cards of weddings, of celebrations, of victories. And again, long-term, this is a card of legacy. If it had one word tied to it, legacy, long-term, throughout the years, abundance, right? Again, money for a lot of you, or building a successful family, building an empire with someone or something that you love. Really strong way to start off. Yeah, and joy and celebration. Wow, I could just keep going. Joy and celebration regarding the work at hand. So some of you are going to be getting a job or a business opportunity, a new gig. Yeah, even like side work that it brings you great joy and happiness and potentially money flow. With cups, like money starts flowing again and you're in it. You are like in work mode, beast mode. And what's so cool about the Eight of Pentacles, it is the student, it is the apprentice, it's the artisan, it's perfecting your skill and craft, but it's because you enjoy it so much. This is the card of like, you don't even realize that you've been going at it for 8 hours because you just enjoy it so much. It's like time flies when you do this. It brings you joy and happiness to do this. Again, it's like what you were destined to do. It's your soulmate or your soul job. That's such a weird way of putting it, but those are the vibes I'm getting. Really cool, guys. Really cool. All right, so let's hop into your actual reading because we're 5 minutes in. All right. So, but what is this? We got to heal you from that, right? Before, and I will say, sorry, but this is key. In order for all that abundance and blessings to come in, you know, a romantic partner, a business partner, a collaborator, some sort of creative project, whatever that is, you have to be in a good mindset to receive it. It's almost like you need to raise your vibration and have this like optimistic attitude, this optimistic positive mindset of, yes, I am abundant, I attract things like a magnet. If you're in this state of nothing ever works out, my life is garbage, everyone hates me, like it's a little bit of like, woe is me. And again, no shade, Taurus, you know I love you, I'm only saying this to help. If you resonate with this story of something that broke your heart, something or someone who made you feel stabbed in the back, you need to find healthy coping mechanisms, particularly in your mind, because it's a card of our thought, our intellect, our communication, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You need to heal your mind so that it's not eating away at your thoughts and that your negative thoughts aren't impacting your ability to move on like with peace, with clarity. It's like putting this to rest, putting it to bed. Ultimately, it's a death of negative thoughts. That's what this card represents. So take it or leave it if it resonates, right? Coming into the month, let's talk about your energy, my beautiful Tauruses. Oh, did you just get the Queen of Fire? I love it. All right. So this is a card of an Aries. Also, it's Sagittarian and Leo as well with that wand energy. Wands represent our career, our work endeavors, our energy, our enthusiasm, our excitement. It's energy. It's like the charging of a battery or the like electrical current between wires. It's like this zzz. It's a very intense energy of creation ultimately, right? This queen is very creative in terms of the artistic sense, but also she goes out and does the work. She's the work hard, play hard queen. This is actually one of my favorite cards, not specifically this deck, but the Queen of Wands, she's work hard, play hard. She knows how to have a good time. The Queen of Wands is the witch of the deck. There's something very magical and charismatic about her. It's like and whether you're male or female, that doesn't matter, right? We can toss gender out the window, but when the Queen of Wands enters the room, it's like all eyes are fixed on her. Like a moth to a flame, she is the flame. Like she is the powerhouse, and she's a powerhouse in career, in creation, in endeavors which require creativity and energy, enthusiasm. Again, very creative things in the arts, theater, dance, filmmaking, photography, painting, whatever that is for you. It doesn't have to be creative, but she's a hard worker, and then she knows how to party. So there's great moderation here, and I actually kind of love it. Something about Sagittarius is coming through here, the idea of temperance, a balance of the two. It's something about if you do get some sort of opportunity. And that's, guys, isn't that interesting? That's exactly what these cards were saying. It was like, you're going to work around the clock because you love it, but there's also a need to go out and celebrate the small successes along the way. And they are small successes, right? So far with the Three of Cups, that's relatively new. Again, it's going out for happy hour with the new coworkers. It's celebrating that you just got that job or whatever that means to you. So yeah, there's a really great energy here of powerhouse work ethic. I think that's what it's coming through as. It's like great work ethic, but also being able to go out and paint the town red. I said something similar to Scorpio, I think. I think that was their love reading, so I don't know if any of you are dealing with a Scorpio, and you did have a lot of cups come up, so possible. That's your energy. It's badass. It's commanding the room. It's going in and crushing that job interview. It's taking that new leadership title, that new leadership role, and being like, guys, all eyes on me. Like, I'm in control now. So with that, right, remember that humility or modesty, really, that's going to be important, especially if you are overseeing a group of people. If you want to earn their respect and admiration, make sure you rule with fairness, right, with kindness, too. Don't let the power go to your head. Interesting, though. The mere fact that I'm saying that, though, like a power position, it feels good, Taurus. It feels like something good is coming in for you. And yeah, there's going to be someone in your life who, I don't know if they helped gut you there or there's just a really great sense of loyalty there. Make sure you pay it forward. Make sure you say your pleases and thank yous, especially those people who helped usher in this new beginning for you. it's being represented as this black cat. So that might actually be a symbol for some of you. It's in metaphor, it's speaking to me about someone who's always been by your side. It could be your brother, it could be your sister, your best friend, your grandmother, right? Whoever goes out on a limb for you, whoever advocates for you, whoever is always your cheerleader at the sidelines. Make sure there is credit where credit is due. Page of Wands, interesting. That might be this person as well. Yeah, it's something about you guys were always the tag team, the dynamic duo. You did things together in stride or whatever. But, God, I'm getting weird messages. Something about Taurus, you've been raised up, you've gotten the promotion, you have moved on to a bigger city, you've moved on to a bigger home. Maybe you're getting engaged, maybe you're getting married. And that, I do want to say friendship dynamic. There's been a shift in that, and now it seems like you're kind of on your A game and this person is looking up at you. And I will say, still in admiration, they're almost in awe. I don't know if they expected that it was going to take off for Taurus the way it is. It's like that business deal you were waiting on for 3-4 years. Something finally snaps and like the floodgates open, like money flow might be good. And again, it's like you step into the role of Queen of Wands. And that there's that person at the sideline. I think, again, it's something about this black cat. Make sure you take care of the people who have taken care of you. I don't know if that means financially. That might mean just, with your love, with your heart space. Something about passion with wands. It may also be taking this person under your wing. Into your company, offering them a job. Again, if you have the means to do so, that's not going to be for everybody. You do know what this is saying? Don't forget the small people. Don't forget your roots. Don't forget where you came from. And that's interesting because before this card even came out, I had said to you, Taurus, don't let the power go to your head. Be humble. Remember your roots and where you came from. It's going to help keep you grounded. And it's no reason to not celebrate this amazing accomplishment, or again, whatever this new chapter it feels like in your life is. That's awesome. Like, go out and paint the town red, have fun, absolutely. But in some way, try to include the people who helped get you there. That's going to be important. What a cool message, though. I love it. So what is going to be your challenge? What's the challenge with this? The Lovers. Yeah, you guys, interesting. Again, this is speaking to me about partnership. The Lovers can be a card of love, absolutely, but it's also a card of choices, of decisions. It's a card of Gemini, so we think of the twins. I was saying with particularly a friendship or even siblings, this dynamic of you and me, always together. We do it like Goose and Maverick. I always use that example. Your challenge or focus may be keeping this relationship afloat. It might be romantic for some of you. Maybe this represents again, new business partnership coming through, and all of a sudden it's like all your time and energy you're having to devote to work, and maybe that puts a strain on a romantic relationship. That could be. If that's the case, though, it's something that has a pretty solid foundation, so hopefully it's not going to, turn on a dime just because you got a promotion or something changed in the dynamic. But it is coming through as your challenge or focus. It is some sort of relationship. Maybe it's a relationship with your boss. Maybe you get married and you're spending more time at home, and now the boss is coming down on you because he's like, hey, Taurus, we need you, and this isn't a playground, and you need to take your work seriously. Whatever. I'm throwing dumb examples at you, but so the underlying energy for this is, wow, you have 2 cards of decisions and choices. This card is all about trusting your intuition. It's about internal balance. It's a card of Libra. It could also be Gemini, Aquarius. Something about this sometimes speaks to being defensive, blocking something off, being blind to something, literally wearing a blindfold, not wanting to see it, not wanting to believe it, not wanting to hear it, not wanting to, something about believe that it could be true. About a lover in your life, particularly a Gemini or a Libra or an Aquarius, a lot of air sign energy. All right, so this is a random message. It's not going to be for everyone, but I have to say it because it came through. Not wanting to believe that the person you loved chose somebody else. And that may even resonate for career, not believing that the promotion that was meant to be yours went to your best friend. It could be something like that. It could potentially be finding out that the person you love or you were romantically involved with has like a side piece or a third party situation going on. There's a lot of messages coming through, and okay, I'm gonna throw something else on it because I don't love doing readings that are like, you know, making you nervous and worried. That's not my goal here. So what is the most prominent message coming through here with the Lovers? What does Taurus need to know about this card coming through? It's going to be your challenge. So it seems like work is going to be good. Work is going to be thriving. It's a relationship. That came right out. Yeah, okay. It's a relationship. It's the Magician in reverse. So in the upright, typically a good card. Also major Gemini and Virgo energy. In the reverse, it's a trickster. It's someone who's manipulative. It's someone, we think of the magician as like the illusionist, somebody who tricks our mind. That can be beautiful and fun and exciting, but it can also be dangerous if you're romantically involved with someone who isn't being honest, who isn't being forthright or forthcoming with the information. If, they're guarded or not telling you the truth or not seeing the truth. So this could represent you or your person, but so it doesn't have to be a romantic partner. And I mean, some of you may already know this to be true, right? Some of you may have discovered ages ago that your person cheated on you and you're still getting over it, right? I mean, that's probably what this is, right? So this might not be brand new. This might just be encouraging you, hey, keep doing that healing work because this is still weighing on your heart. And in some capacity, if it's coming up in your reading, it's for a reason. And particularly as your challenge or focus, healing from this relationship is going to be really key. It's going to open new doors of opportunity and abundance into your life. So if money flow isn't currently good, if you're not feeling like Queen of Wands mode, like, you know, badass in the career field, whatever, it may have to do with a delay because your heart space isn't ready to welcome new opportunities in. And I know that sounds like a contradiction, but again, it has to do with the thoughts you're telling yourself. Do you believe you are the Queen of Wands? I said something similar to Cancer, actually. Some of you might be dealing with a Cancer. Do you believe you are worthy to accept all this like beautiful abundance into your life? Like these, again, bomb cards. These are amazing. Do you want this, Taurus? You do, right? I think most everybody does, right? Shitload of pentacles and cups. So love, money, happiness, marriage, partnership, you know, the career of your dreams, whatever means the most to you. It doesn't have to be those things, but if you want that, it's almost like in Scorpio season, that's when universe encourages us to look at our life and go into assessment mode of what don't we need anymore? Like go into your closet and clean out the shit you don't wear anymore. It's all, I hate to be so crude about this, but it's like cleaning out the shitty people in your life that did you bad. If you're still lingering on that energy, I don't know what to tell you other than it's blocking your headspace. You need to like clear out your thoughts. Negative thoughts of negative people, because ultimately it's like it's making space for better thoughts, for better people, potentially new air signs that are trying to come in and you know, I don't know, usher in something good in your life. So yeah, this is just reminding you there's some person in your life who did you dirty, who manipulated you or tricked you, and one or both of you was defensive to wanting to see the truth of the situation. I'm almost getting like someone was a snake, like they something about they wrapped you in their or the way like a snake wraps around you and like squeezes you or something. At first you felt passion, you thought it was out of love and warmth, but it's almost like they ended up like strangling or they ended up like venomous, like, and I'm literally wearing a snake shirt, right? The Viper one. That's too funny. And you know what? Something about a snake came up for, was it Scorpio? Oh, I don't remember who it was. Another one of the signs had a big thing about snakes. It may have been Scorpio or Cancer. I think it was one of the water signs. Anyway, moving on. Make sure you've done the healing work for the people in your life who have disappointed you. Make room for other people. That's your challenge or focus. Oh my God, we're at 19 minutes. Okay. The help available to my beautiful Tauruses is Mother Earth. Oh my God, I love this card. Like I feel all the fuzzy warm feelings come up when I view this card. It's so great. So it's the card of the world. It's called Mother Earth. There's just something so beautiful and like magical and healing about this. It's like the way a lizard just basks in the sunlight. It's like the sun hits your face and just like, they're so at peace. they're just in bliss. And that is exactly what this card represents. It's closing out old cycles, as we were saying. The world, or Mother Earth as it's called in this deck, is the final card, the absolute last card in the major arcana, the Fool's Journey. So card 0 through 21, you just got the last one. It's like, this is a card of reflecting back on everything that you've gone through. The rises and the falls, the positives and the negatives, the good and the bad, the strikes and the gutters, right? This is looking back and embracing it all as part of your journey. And it's ultimately saying, I wouldn't be who I am today had I not gone through all this bullshit, essentially, right? But also it's a card of appreciating the life you have, of appreciating the good things in your life, the abundances, the beautiful people, the beautiful friendships, the things you see value in, right? And I just love it. It's like she's giving her world, she's giving her life a big hug. It's about gratitude and appreciation, and also with the world, it's about freedom. It's about setting yourself free from things that once held you back. And for a lot of my Tauruses resonating with this, it has to do with releasing thoughts that didn't serve you anymore. And look how proud she is, he or she, right? Doesn't matter the gender. It just feels good. It's like we can finally put this to rest. You are liberated from these dark thoughts that once held you back. Like, I don't even want to touch that card. I just want to psh. The help available to you is keeping a wider or broader view of things. Being able to see the forest from the trees. It's like, zoom out. This situation sucked, but it's not worth letting it hold you back any longer. Everybody takes their own time to heal. Healing is a very personal process. There's no need to rush it, but I am getting, for a lot of you guys, okay, it's past its expiration date. This person came into your life for a reason, for a season. It sounds like both. They probably taught you something, but ultimately there was a timeline to it. There was a finite timeline of, okay, like, we're done with this person. Let's take the lessons we learned, even the difficult lessons that, heartbreak and despair. How can we do it next time even better? What are the lessons we learned? And ultimately, give it a big old hug, embrace it. And ultimately, like, it's giving yourself a hug. It's a card of self-love, right? There's a great sense of vulnerability with the World card. Frequently in the traditional depiction, it's a woman shown naked, and she's like presenting to the world just as herself. It's like, this is who I am. Like, love me or hate me, I love myself, and I'm proud of who I am and who I've become and everything I've gone through. There's liberation and pride here. That's the help available to you. It's raising your vibe. And also with the World card, something about networking. It's like your circle of people, your circle of friends, of family, your soul tribe, it's going to grow. It's even more infinite than you're aware, or like more infinite. It just goes on forever and ever. Something about there's new people that you are destined to meet, so don't block yourself off. Right? With this opportunities of meeting other partners. And so I will say this too. Whether you realize it or not, this person may only exist in your mind still, of like brutal memories. It's like you hear that song and it brings you back to that, that road trip you took with them, and you're just like, oh, my heart, like that hurts again. Here, it's like you're free from those memories. It's acknowledging their existence, but choosing to deal with them peacefully and move on. Even though it's depicted like there's one of these creatures is like a lizard, right? And the tail is like wrapped around. Again, almost like suffocating. Here again, it's like presenting as a lizard, but it's free. There's nothing that's like suffocating. There's freedom. It's like, it's turned from like this, I'm just getting like in metaphor, please don't take this literally, like a strangulation, something that just like, again, the way a snake coils around before it kills its prey. There isn't that anymore. Instead, it's like this warm embrace, this hug, and it's loving yourself, Taurus. Oh my God, it's so cute. This card just brings me so much joy. And I don't know why every time I see this, for those of you who've seen the movie Old School, I know, weird, with Will Ferrell, that old guy, when he dies, Blue, Will Ferrell falls into a pool and has like this moment where he almost crosses over. And when he comes back to reality, he goes, I saw Blue. He looks glorious. That's what this reminds me of. It's just like this, I've seen the other side, and it's beautiful. Like it fills my heart with joy. It's a great card, Taurus. It's a great card. So the underlying energy, is that your card? I think it is. Presenting as the King of Pentacles, the King of Money. So whether you're male or female, this is your energy. It's confirmation of loving yourself, loving your path, every brick you've laid in your pathway, your spiritual path through life, there's been a reason for it. At times, it didn't seem like there was. It didn't feel like you should have had to gone through this. It's embracing every piece and part of your story up to this date, up to this very second now, and embracing it. Really, that's what it is. Even though it didn't seem like it served a purpose, it's gotten you from A to B. You wouldn't be here where you are now, like standing or sitting exactly where you are in this very moment, had you not met this person, right? Had you not been through this shitty job, this shitty circumstance with your family, this crappy situation, whatever that is for you. You're raising your vibe. You've learned huge insight and lessons from this, whether you realize it or not. Wands can also be spirituality. So your faith, religion, spirituality may be a key player in helping you to heal from all this. Oh wow, you guys. Other underlying energy is the Six of Wands, a card of Leo. It's a card of victory. Look at you. You are riding that horse through the parade triumphantly. There's been a victory here. All eyes are on you, looking up at you. Again, much like this, with admiration. They stand there in awe of, oh my gosh, look at Taurus. I can't believe they've done it. Like, I want to be just like them when I grow up, right? You're leading the charge. You're leading the pack. You're leading the group. Everybody else follows suit. But what's so important about this is the Six of Wands comes after the Five of Wands. So before you got to this state of, I've done it, I've conquered it, I don't know, maybe I've made it through AA, I've made it through some sort of addiction that once held me back, whatever. Before that is the Five of Wands. It's conflict, it's chaos, it's anarchy, it's competition, it's arguments, heated egos getting in the way of things. There is something about setting your ego aside here. That's not going to be for everyone, but for some of you, it might be Taurus. This is a victory for you. You are closing out a huge cycle in your life. And how perfect that this is coming in towards the end of the year. It's almost like New Year's resolutions are coming early for you, Taurus. You don't have to wait till, December 31st, right, at 11:59 p.m. You don't have to wait to make a resolution to start again because it's already here for you. The universe is waiting to usher it in. It's up to you to, sorry guys, get off your ass and get on the horse and embrace that new freedom, embrace that new life, that new world that you want to build ultimately, right? And if anybody can build a new world or a new life or a new career or a new relationship, it's the King of Pentacles. He builds shit, right? That's what he does. You got this, Taurus. That's the help available to you. Again, fantastic cards, amazing cards. All right, so what is your advice or guidance for my Tauruses? The Seven of Air. Yeah, get the hell out of there with those thoughts, right? Those thoughts that are heavy that you keep literally running around with. It's like some days you want to leave them behind and some days you want to take them. And I'm speaking in metaphor, right? The things that exist in your brain that sometimes aren't helpful to you, they're weighing you down. Unhealthy thoughts, right? It's like you need to give it a rest. He holds the Four of Swords, which is a card of rest. It's like, put these thoughts to bed. Sorry, I just want to grab this one more time. The thoughts that you're holding on to, it's like, it's time to just give in. It's time to acknowledge that this happened and then be like, but I don't have to deal with it anymore. It may be offering forgiveness to someone who you still don't really like, but it's not offering forgiveness to justify their actions. It has to do with allowing you peace of mind so that you can move on. This is like, get out of there. Sometimes this is referred to as the liar, cheat, or thief card. I have to be honest, Taurus, I think this is what you're running away from. So it may be running away from acknowledging that this person wasn't any good in your life, or it may just be let them out of your life. Run away from this person who did you dirty. It's like, and it's not really running away. It's reconciling it in a way where you can move on peacefully, embracing your world, embracing your story. It's not saying you need to go back to them because, quite frankly, I don't see that happening in this spread. It's just not leading me in that direction. This is like, run, get out of there. Why are you lingering? Why are you staying in this unhealthy energy? There's better days ahead. This is almost like if you only knew how much better it was going to be, Taurus, you wouldn't spend 2 more seconds thinking about this person or staying in these negative thoughts, this self-defeatist, nothing ever works out for me attitude. It's not serving you. It's like, it's time to move on with speed, right? With action. All right. So, wow, underlying energy for that is the Tower. Again, this is saying to me, the longer you delay welcoming in new cycles, the longer you, it's the opposite of manifest. Oh, like fester is the word that just came up. The longer you let your mind sink deeper into this really dark state, you don't have to be there any longer than you want to. So, well, I don't mean to sound condescending or insensitive, Taurus, but what's so empowering about this is that ultimately it's up to you. It's your decision. This person is not going to come around and make it right for you. This person is not going to come around and make it better for you. So that's what I mean with this. It's sort of like a card of cutting your losses. This is the closing out of a cycle that unfortunately didn't end the way you wanted it to. So it's the idea of rolling over and taking it because at least it'll be done. It's almost like, just give me the shot, doc. Just get it over with. It's like, get it over with, but also I heard get over it. And that sounds so harsh, like hearing that, like I don't even like saying it, but that is sort of what's coming up, because it's like these thoughts aren't serving you, and it's dulling your light. This beautiful light that you just naturally have, this ability to attract like light and love. Holding on to these dark thoughts, it's dimming your light. So you need just to find a healthy way of coping or releasing. And sometimes, guys, this is cool. This is a card of, hey, like maybe talk to a counselor, maybe talk to a therapist. If this is something that you don't think you can handle on your own anymore, this might be a good time to seek advice or counseling, right? Communication. Talk about what's going on in your head so that you can understand what's helpful and healthy and what is not. And so I definitely urge anybody who resonates with that to, seek outlets that are going to help you in the long term, right? You don't want a Band-Aid. You don't want a quick fix. A tarot reading probably can't help you if you have anxiety and depression. It can encourage you, but yeah, it's like you need to take some more serious steps to helping this, because ultimately it's like, it's because it's coming up as the Tower. It's like you're running away from something that's terrible. You're running away from something that shook your world. And it's almost like there's something really sad about this. It's like running for dear life because you're terrified. You're threatened. It's almost like if you were to set fire to a tree and that bird had built its nest in a tree. That's what it feels like. It's like, my home is on fire. My entire world, this is like earth shattering. Something really happened to some of my Tauruses out there, and it forever changed them. And that's what the Tower is. Okay, so here's this. The silver lining, or the blessing in disguise of all of this, is the reason the Tower comes is because it's directly related to the devil. So for some of you, you may have been with a Capricorn or working for a Capricorn. For most of you, it had to do with the idea of an unhealthy or toxic situation, which is what the devil represents in tarot. There's something delightful and sweet and delicious and sexy about the devil, but that's the thing. Temporarily, it's like that quick fix that feels good, drugs, alcohol, whatever. But in the long term, it leads to our demise. It leads to our destruction, right? And so if we stay in a state where we are heavily reliant on a relationship that is abusive, that is narcissistic, that is codependent, that is toxic in some way or another, be it a work relationship or a romantic relationship, and universe doesn't like that. Universe wants us to grow and lead healthy, productive lifestyles, to live our best life, to be the people we're supposed to be. The Tower comes through when it's like we needed like a kick in the ass to get us out of a bad situation. So that's why this is coming through. The underlying energy of this already happened. This isn't coming. This has absolutely already happened to the Tauruses out there. And again, if it's your story, you'll know. This came through to shake you, because otherwise you never would have left. You would have stayed in that unhealthy environment or that toxic environment well beyond when you were supposed to, and it could have been worse, is just what I'm getting from this. So this shook you enough to like really, it's like shake, rattle, and roll. Like you had to get out of there, and like, it was probably a struggle or a fight to like get back on your feet. Maybe you really struggled with finances or relationships or something after that. But this is like, keep seeking out avenues of opportunity, and it has something to do with networking. Distance yourself from this as far as you can and as fast as you can. It's time to leave this behind. It's almost like metaphorically, you can still see the smoke of the Tower, because you don't completely want to believe that what you had is gone, or what you had actually went up in flames. It's like part of you wants to throw on your firefighter suit and like go back and try and like tame the flames and save or rescue who you can from the situation. again, it's coming up as your advice or guidance. Look, he's running. It's like, get the hell out of there, Taurus. This isn't your life. This isn't your story anymore. This is about embracing new stories. This is about it. Look, it's like breathing in the fresh air away from the smoke, potentially by water. Go to the beach, go to the ocean, go to your lake house, whatever, whatever that is. Distance yourself from this, because what I'm getting is some of you are refusing to believe that it's really over or that it really happened. And ultimately that's what this is. It's a card of denial, of rejecting the truth, not wanting to see it, putting a blindfold on and shielding yourself. Ultimately, it's shielding your heart, right? You're trying to protect your heart and save your lover, save that person who, again, it's like the devil in disguise. It's like a wolf in sheep's clothing. The magician in reverse is not great. It's the master manipulator. Taurus, I want to give you a big hug. I know this has not been a fun spread for you. The irony is, though, as heavy as this message is, your cards are kick-ass. Here's what I think. Take it with a grain of salt, right? I'm just a tarot reader on YouTube. I think the universe is testing you. This feels like something that absolutely destroyed you, right? And universe is ultimately testing you of, can you rebuild from this? Are you able to love yourself enough? And again, free yourself from this tower, right? The world is a card of liberate yourself so that you can welcome in new cycles and change and all the good things you desire. All this like good fortune and abundance that awaits you, it's like you're on the cusp of being able to taste it. It may come in through a job opportunity, but it's like there's one final battle, and it's an internal one. It's a mental battle that universe is wanting you to heal yourself, and it has to do with knowing your own strength and gaining confidence in the process that you were able to do this on your own, that Superman, your Prince Charming, isn't going to come in and rescue you. It's something about the faith and the confidence in yourself to do it on your own, because you're going to have so much more pride and glory and so much more like fight and ambition in you. Universe is trying to empower you. That's ultimately what this is. You're the king. You're the king who's like a guaranteed victory once you embrace this new chapter, this new world. Also a card of Capricorn. Capricorn might be a key player in your life. All right, Taurus, good Lord, this has been a heavy one. I'm sending you guys all my love, sincerely. I hope you heal from this. Let's throw some oracle cards on this for those wondering about career. Money, I've said this to a couple people, particularly Aquarius, and it may have been Cancer. Money isn't coming in because something in your energy is blocked, and it has to do with a relationship. So it's almost like you need to heal from that or find a healthy coping mechanism, because otherwise you're blocking other blessings involving your career and your money. Time to decide. Make a decision based on your heart's truest desires. Well, that's what this is, isn't it? Choices and decisions. Time to make the decision, right? And ultimately the decision's up to you. You are always going to be in the driver's seat of your own life. That is thrilling, but that's also terrifying, isn't it? You are on the right path. Keep doing what you're doing because it is working. All right. So there's a little of that empowerment that Spirit is throwing your way. This says support. Your life purpose fully supports you. Also, seeking medical help for those who need it, particularly like therapy, psychology. There ain't no shame in that, right? Sorry, Taurus, my camera froze there right at the end. So yeah, a card of healing mental wounds. That's coming up for a reason. Psychology, therapy, things of that sort. And the last one, at least you have music. This says your connection to music is healing for yourself and for others. Music therapy is going to be huge for you. And Taurus, you rule the throat, right? The throat chakra. A lot of you are singers and musicians or poets, lyricists. Writing your thoughts down in a journal is going to be very therapeutic, as well as music. Not only listening to music, but even learning to play an instrument. It's like harnessing your energy and focusing it on a skill or talent. It's actually going to open doors for you that you don't even realize are there. You might meet someone that way. You might get some sort of job opportunity or like a networking opportunity through music of some kind. So pursue that where you see fit. All right, guys, that's what I got for you. Please do like, share, subscribe. Let me know in the comments below what resonates for you, and I will see you very soon for more tarot readings. Bye.